Myntri Rangbah ka Jylla Conrad Kongkal Sangma Obadiru National President Joka National People's Party Hakasi Belang Joka Tayo Ula Khlem Yaka Byrngem Joka Seng Bharatiya Janata Party Ban Weng no Yaka Jingkyrshan Naka Sarkar Meghalaya Democratic Alliance Namar ka Kambam Sap Ha Garo Hills Autonomous District Council Kum ka Byrngem ka Khlem Nongrim Satya Habaong bakani ka Byrngem kalami tang na kinong yalam jo BJP kat baki MLA baki MDC jong ka seng kim dan satya yakum kata ka jingtmu ka Bharatiya Janata Party hakita yo balala kala Byrngem patba banmi no na ka sarkar Meghalaya Democratic Alliance lada ka sarkar khamtam ka National People's Party kamle EA ban tela kam yaki kambam sap ha Garo Hills Autonomous District Council ka basin sha da ka Executive Committee jo ka National People's Party yakani ke Jingkyrshan bamsap lasai madan da ka Bharatiya Janata Party katkum ka Right to Information Act kabala shemru yaka jingpendan kam bakla yaka song pisa ka bakot deki folklore tangka na ka song pisa Special Assistance Grant jong ka sarkar pedeng habai kren tang bar UPCN u Conrad ke sangma ula pentep ba na kaliang jong ula dep yakren yaki MLA ba deki MDC jong ka BJP halor kani ke Byrngem bat kini kinong mikmat kla pentep bakim dan satya yakum kata ka jingtmu uang ba ka jingkren jo president ka BJP Meghalaya bat kiwe kinong yalam ka dekarai ka basimet ka bapen iru ba ka dan ka jingi pher jingmot apo ka seng BJP bakim ya menjur lang yakani ka kam ka sarkar Jylla kala syak Kynthoh jorru haki babun ki seng san perthai halo ka jingpen Khlem ban yakren nishim yakarai halo ka jingpen long no ek election MDC syaka yin darbar jong ka Garo Hills Autonomous District Council kabala day ban long ha ubanai risa uban wan hadian ka jingkot no jong ka samai trekam jong ka darbar ka bamenta kani ka jingdawa kalami wat na ki seng san perthai ki be dan lang ha ka sarkar Jylla iba Kynthoh ya ka Bharatiya Janata Party kabala pen khre yakani ki election halor kani Myntri Rangbah jong ka Jylla ula pentep ba na kaliang jong unsalumi ke jingelang jong ka kunhun Myntri banyatai sani halor kani ka kam haswa ban shem ya kanu ka rai khamtam haba ka Jylla kadang don hapdeng ka jingtunju na ka jinglen shop jong ka Khlem COVID-19
in the last few days we have seen that the BJP has threatened to withdraw the support from the government if needed regarding the corruption case in Garo Hills Autonomous Council, and we also demanded that MDCs from BJP should be inducted as AM in GHDC and GHDC.
No, I had a discussion with the MDCs from the BJP in the Garo Hills District Council, and they have not given any indication of any reason to withdraw. I had spoken to the MLAs of the BJP in the state level, and both the MLAs of the BJP have indicated they have no intention to withdraw. So the party president and the other leadership who have given this statement may have taken this decision on their own and may have that meeting on their own. So it's an internal matter of the BJP. I have nothing to comment on that. But for me, it's important to discuss with all the stakeholders, and so have done that. So there may be some confusion and some differences that are there within the BJP where they're not agreeing to the same decision. But I think it'll be good if BJP can sort it out, and we are always there to help them to resolve the differences between them also. So if there is any issue, I'm sure as a MDA we'll be able to resolve it. And even if there's an issue within the BJP, differences between the legislature and the state unit, as a MDA and as a chairman of MDA, I'll be happy to work out and resolve the issues between them also.
When do we expect that the state government will conduct the election of GHDC?
This particular issue will be discussed in the cabinet next. The cabinet memo has been prepared for it because elections are due at the month of October. So in the next cabinet, we will be taking up this matter, and then we will discuss among the cabinet members on how we should proceed. Of course, there are certain challenges there which are there to conduct the election because of situations of COVID that we are seeing. So all these facts will be discussed during that cabinet meeting, and only then we'll be able to take a final call. And hopefully by the end of this week, when we have the cabinet meeting, we'll take a final call on this issue.
BJP president has demanded that this election should be conducted immediately. What do you have to say to this demand?
No, I think all political parties have their opinion. and the right to say whatever it is. But government will decide in the best interest, keeping in mind the different challenges and situations that we are facing. Government will take its decision. So, the president of BJP has said what he feels at a personal level, and we respect that and we appreciate, but we will discuss in the cabinet and take the decision that's in the best interest of the state.
Namar ke jing syak Kynthoh George ke sarkar bakala leklet ke jing dawa ban pentri kamno ke inaline permit ke Jylla bat ban penbor ke sarkar pedeng bakan penrung no ke tien khasi bat garo ha ke 8 schedule jongkariti sencha jongkari Myntri Rangbah ke Jylla ula pentip ba man ba ulet syak nong ba Delhi uju let ye kendu ye ki he sarkar jongkatnat home affairs ban ye kren ye ki kam ki bela dep simrai da ka resolution ha ke jing bar thawan.
Mr. Chief Minister, we have seen that you have went to Delhi and there's a memorandum that you have submitted to the central government demanding that the Gorkha should get the Gorkha land. But people are saying that there is nothing from the state government that they are demanding that the Khasi and Garo language should be included in the 8th schedule or any demand of ILP. What do you have to say?
Well, I think number one, regarding the ILP and regarding the inclusion of Khasi and Garo language in the 8th schedule is something that our government has taken up at a very, very high level, which has passed a resolution for it in the assembly itself. That itself shows how serious we are about it. And both those resolutions that were passed in the assembly for the ILP as well as the inclusion of Khasi and Garo language in the 8th schedule have already been submitted to the Home Ministry by the state government a very long time back. And every time we have a meeting with the Honorable Home Minister Government of India, I don't forget to mention both these points. So it's a continuous process that's going on, and we have taken this up very seriously. Regarding the issue of Gorkha land, there have been leaders from North Bengal who have been meeting me quite often. They have realized that NPP as a party is a platform which has been working for the overall benefit of the Northeast. So when they approached me and asked me that I should appeal to the government of India to find a political solution. The political solution could be anything that government of India feels. It could be Gorkha land or it could be any other way that the government is able to resolve the situation. But the people of North Bengal are suffering, and therefore my letter appealed to the Honorable Home Minister and to the government of India to find an amicable political solution. So that is what my letter had stated. What the solution will be, that depends on discussions between North Bengal area and as well as the Home Ministry.
Hakaju kapor Myntri Rangbah ke Jylla ula ajing pensyaru halo ke jingmi khubor ke bedai bat ke jing ai contract ha ka Manipur Industrial Development Corporation bantai ya ki residential school ha ke Jylla da ka baong bakani ketenat na Manipur kala yo ya kani ka kam da ka bathep ya ka tenda ka balakhot da ka wap cost katkum ke jing ptha jong ka sarkar pedeng Upentip baka Jylla kala yo news pa kloduna na katanat tribal affairs bantai ya South Potli ki residential school ha ka Jylla bat kani katanat kala penmi ya ki jingpen bena ki bakhot ya ki Kynthoh ban simti ka kam Henry ka basosi kalong baki Kynthoh na ka Jylla kim sim lala ban thep ya ki kot kisla ha ka por ka babiang.
During that period, from planning department, we had asked the different and education department, we had asked the different agencies in our state to apply to the government of India's expression of interest to get the work so that they can then further work on it and tender it out. But sadly, during that time, there was no response from our state agencies. And that's where Government of India allotted 11 of these schools to WAPCOS, which is a Government of India undertaking, and about 20 plus schools to Manipur Industrial Development Corporation, which is an agency of the Manipur government. But ultimately, these agencies also will go through a transparent tender process to ultimately award the work to the tenderers or the contractors. So this is basically a PMC who then will further tender out the work for implementation. So that is how it went. And our state government agencies, if they had applied, maybe we would have got a chance. But I think there was some communication gap and some delay from their side, because of which our agencies did not apply, and therefore it was something that was not in my control. But what is more important is that ultimately the schools should be completed. The schools are not going to be going to any other state. They will be in our state only, It is just a question of the agency that is going to implement it.
Do you have any plan to meet the Ministry of Tribal Affairs so that you can ask for more time that this agency from the state can?
Yes, I have in fact requested the Tribal Affairs Ministry that at least some of the schools, if not all, can be worked out through the agencies which are of the state government. As I said, the opportunity was given to them, but because of the delay in the application from their side, this did not happen. But I will try my best, but it is something that is difficult for me to say because the ultimate decision will be taken by the Tribal Affairs Ministry, Government of India.